And here is your host, K.L.P. Lucas.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting show. Here is the weekend vlog with your host K.L.P. Lucas. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get started. So today is of course the weekend. Hopefully you guys are ready for this show here. I have my handy dandy. You guys know I always say I'm my handy dandy iPhone SE here. So I know my notes of what I need to talk about today, because there's some things that I just want to talk about today that I'm just kind of excited for. You guys been seeing it all over Instagram, Facebook. We're doing some changes here. But first off, the first thing, we've been in production for the Real CEOs of Media for a very long time now. We just wrapped up episode 4, and hopefully you guys ready for the show to come out later this year. I can't wait for it. The Real CEOs of Media. Let me tell you a little snippet about it. So the show is just telling the story of me, of how I manage my media label here at the studio of Holstream Studios from K.L.P. Entertainment, and it just kind of has a little story to it. It has a little twist to it. It has a little, like a little twist, a little backstory telling for you guys for it. Of course, it's involving me, K.L.P. Lucas, real character. There's some truth to it. Of course, with some side characters that you'll see in the show that are just a part of the show and part of the media label that just been really good with the show. And the show is exciting. Hopefully, you guys are ready for it, because, you know, let me tell you, we're booming on that. Funny-wise, it's so hilarious. Now, we have a special treat for you guys for today's show. We're going to show you a little snippet of the Real CEOs of Media. So, hopefully you guys like it. Check it out.
And this party is about to be so lit. I'm so glad you guys changed your mind.
It wasn't an easy task. Sarah literally bitched me out of the house, you know. Man, Tyrus, I hope this party is well worth it, because Sherry doesn't know shit about what I'm doing. And if I get caught, your ass is grass.
Tyrus, welcome to the party, my friend. Come on in, come on in.
Ah, Big Booty Tracy. Thank you for having us.
I know what all y'all thinking that's watching this show. You guys probably thinking that I'm some hoochie mama off the streets. But let me tell you, I have a name. It's Tracy Sullivan. Model, actress, and writer.
Now, I do have respect for a woman, but goddamn, Tracy, she's cute. She's cute.
Golly, there's a lot of cuties up in here. Y'all, this is a bad idea. Bad idea.
Hopefully you guys love it. The Real CEOs of Media is coming, y'all, in production prior with Holstream Studios. So hopefully you guys are ready for the show. It's just going to be so phenomenal. It's going to be so funny. It's so different. So just wait on it, guys. Speaking of Holstream Studios, if you guys follow me on K.L.P. Photography's Instagram and Facebook, K.L.P. Entertainment's Facebook and the website, Holstream Studios Instagram and Facebook, and even my Instagram at Kennedy Lucas K.L.P. Go follow me. We have changed the Holstream Studios logo yet again. So this logo, and again, let me just show you the logo real quick. Yes. So this logo is so different and so unique. We had a lot of likes on Facebook and Instagram with all 3 of the accounts. I went for the new logo because Holstream Studios brings a lot to the table. A lot of people ask me what exactly is Host Stream Studios, and maybe my introductory video hasn't really kicked off and didn't really get to most people. So Host Stream Studios is the studio that helps edit the videos from K.L.P Entertainment. Of course, K.L.P Entertainment is still in effect. It's still my business. It is just the brand of everything. K.L.P Entertainment is the whole brand, and the studio we use is Host Stream Studios to help edit the videos, and edit content, and help edit the podcasts as well. So, and of course, we get third-party clients to come in, and they come up to me and they say, "Hey, Kennedy, we want a video done here. How much will it take to get this video done?" So I send it to Host Stream Studios. We get to work on it, and of course, we put our name on it. Of course, we had quite a few third-party companies that are organizations that's reached out to me and said, "Hey, we want something done. Your studio is the best here in Atlanta to do it. Can you do it?" So that's what Host Stream Studios is. Hopefully that is more clear to more people, because it's another brand for the studio. I didn't want to call it K.L.P Studios because I have K.L.P Entertainment. I'd like to find a unique name for stuff. Like Inspiron Gaming is another company that I own. But Host Stream Studios is just so cool, so unique. And with the new logo, it just looked badass. We worked about a day and a half on the logo, and we had to come to a decision with color and the font, and it was a lot going into the logo. And I can pretty much guarantee you guys that this logo is not changing. I know we changed K.L.P Entertainment's logo many times, but Host Stream Studios' logo now, it's here to stay, because I'm so in love with the logo. Even I got it on my phone here. I have it, my screensaver is Host Stream Studios' logo, so it shows you that I like the logo that much. I really do. So next off on today's show, we're not going to ramble about K.L.P Entertainment and Host Stream Studios, because we're here to have some fun. I want to talk to you guys about two shows that really get to me and I really do enjoy the most. So, as you guys know it, and I've been listening on the radio, every radio station is talking about this show. The hit show Power from Stars. Thank you. So Power is, of course, they're on their 4th season right now. They just started, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So let me tell you the premise of what's going on for season 4. If you haven't seen it, a little bit of spoiler alert for you guys, but I'm only on episode 2 because there only been 2 episodes out right now. So I wanted to kind of do a before and after. So later in the later weekend vlogs and weekend shows, we're going to talk about Power after the season's over. But here's the beginning. So Power. Of course, my favorite show. My favorite character is James St. Patrick Ghost, because he is the rich man. He's the businessman, minus the drugs part, because he does drugs in the show, and I don't want to be a drug dealer. But the money aspect of him, I like. Of course, he's married to his wife, Tasha Notori. That's her first name. I forgot her last name, but I put it on my story. And of course, I have 3 kids. So season 4 kicks off where it kind of left off at season 3. That Angie is the FBI agent that was messing around with James St. Patrick Ghost. I'm gonna call him Ghost because you guys know who I'm talking about. Angie messes around with Ghost. They had a little affair, and then you just have to see season 1, season 2 to get into detail with their affair. But now Ghost is getting framed for killing Knox. He's the other FBI agent. Ghost is getting framed, and Ghost didn't kill him because the head of the FBI killed him, because Knox knew about the head of the FBI. He knows what he was doing, and the head of the FBI killed him before he could spill the beans to the other agents. So he frames Ghost because he knows what Ghost does. He knows what James St. Patrick does. So he frames him so the head FBI doesn't get in trouble. So Angie ends up cuffing Ghost and putting him in jail because she accused him of the murder of Knox. So Ghost is in jail. He's sad. The first 2 episodes is very sad because he's in jail. He doesn't get to see his wife and kids. He might go down. He might get the death penalty prior to last night's episode. But it's so much is going on here. Of course, we get John Proctor, played by Jeremy Ferrara, and we have another lawyer named John. That's his character named John. I forgot his last name. They're having a head-to-head battle because Proctor is representing Ghost, and John is the defensive other attorney that wants Ghost in jail. So that's pretty much the premise of the show. Of course, you have Kanan, played by 50 Cent. 50 Cent, good rapper. I got most of his songs on my iPod, and he's the executive producer for the show. So you got 50 Cent messing around with Tyreek. Tyreek is Ghost's son, his older son. I don't really like Tyreek's character in this season. He's such a brat. He's just really a brat, and you just don't want to. You just don't want to be the man in the house. They went to go see Ghost in jail, and Ghost, James St. Patrick, Ghost says to Tyreek, his son, like, hey, I need you to be the man in the house right now, because I'm in jail. You need to look out after your mother and your two sisters. So he's just a little brat. He doesn't know who Kanan is, but Kanan is 50 Cent, and 50 Cent's the bad guy in the show. But Tyreek doesn't know that. He thinks that 50 Cent is some other character, but 50 Cent is Kanan, and Kanan is the bad guy. He wants Ghost in jail. He wants Tommy dead. He wants all of it dead, so he can run it and he can be really up into it. Of course, we have Dre. Dre is Ghost's right-hand man who's running the club right now. As of episode 2, again, spoiler alert to all of you guys who haven't seen it, the FBI got a search warrant for Truth. Now, Truth is the club owned by Ghost. It's just so much shit. So, Truth is the club owned by James St. Patrick. Of course, Ghost, James St. Patrick's in jail, so he left it to Dre to run it. Of course, FBI get a warrant, and the head of the FBI, I forget his name, he's the Mexican guy. I forgot his name in the show. He goes up to James St. Patrick's office, has the gun used to kill Knox, because he killed him, but he put it in the office to frame James St. Patrick to keep him in jail. So it's so bunch of lies and betrayals. It's ridiculous, but it's just so crazy how it is. So Power, y'all, Power is a good ass show. It's really great. Season 4 is a little bit different than Season 3, but it's really, really great. And hopefully you guys are ready to see the rest of the episodes. I know I am. Of course, I could do an aftermath of it. It's just going to be really, really awesome. Now, before we go on commercial break, I want to talk about this other show. So this is the next segment on the show that I like to call the Netflix exclusive. So, true story to it. My brother got me hooked on Netflix. He was saying that, Kennedy, you should get a Netflix account. Why don't you not have one? So I finally signed up for one about a month ago, and I love it. I don't regret not. Again, it's just $8. I get a sandwich and some chips with that kind of money. So, or maybe some wings and fries with that kind of money. So, it's nothing. $8, that's nothing. So I went up to get a Netflix account, and I've got hooked on a couple of shows. Now, I'm going to talk about most shows that I've seen, but on today's show, I want to talk about this specific show because I'm on Season 3. They kicked off Season 5 on Netflix. It is called House of Cards. So, if you guys don't know, House of Cards is a good show. Kevin Spacey, if you somehow watching today's show, you are an excellent actor. You're just very fantastic in the show. Kevin Spacey plays this character named Frank Underwood. In Season 1, he was congressman. So much stuff was going on in Season 1. Season 1, he was congressman. He had an affair on his wife with this chick who played by Kate Mara. She is like the press, and she works for the Herald writing company. Had an affair, and just really trying to go betrayal with the vice president because he wants to be vice president. So there's just so much going on to that show. You have so many characters involved. Of course, we have Season 2 where he is elected vice president, and things kind of go you want things to kind of go his way. He ended up killing, again, spoiler alert for you guys who haven't seen the show. So he ends up killing Kate Mara's character because she knows too much about the vice president. Vice president, when you're vice president, you can't date somebody of the press because all of the word gets out. So he ends up killing her. Of course, there's a special scene where they're talking, and Frank was like, hey, we really can't talk because I'm vice president now. So, we can't communicate anymore. So she just went to spill the beans. They were in a train station. So he walks off, and she runs after him. And a train was coming. He turns around, he pushes her onto the rail so the train can run her over. Very, very brutal, very, very brutal and gruesome indeed. But it was so exciting because it was just like, holy crap, you killed, whoa. So, that's the first person he killed. Of course, he killed another person too. Peter Russo. Peter Russo, it was in season 1. Good actor. He also played in the movie This Is Where I Leave You. He played the big brother. But Peter Russo, I forget his real name, but he ended up getting killed because he was an alcoholic. He drank too much, and he was just like trying to be governor of Pennsylvania, and Frank wasn't having it because he was supporting Peter Russo at first, but he was just like, okay, this ain't working. So he was drunk. They picked him up. Drove him by his house in his car and turned on the car, let the exhaust run, and it ended up killing Peter Russo in season 1. So that's 2 people Frank Underwood don't kill. Season 3 I'm on right now, and of course now he is president. Frank Underwood is president in season 3. So it's just like it's like this. Here's the story. It turns. It turns. It turns. It turns. It turns. It turns. It's so exciting, and it's very political. This is the only time I really get close to political views is when I watch House of Cards, because I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about political things that's going on right now. But seeing House of Cards, I sort of know, you know. So Frank Underwood, played by Kevin Spacey, is just really, really good. He's a great actor. I like this character because the characters in season 1 played video games. When he was congressman, he plays games to help him relax, and that's sort of what I do too. I play video games to help me relax. So I really like his character. He's hilarious. And then I like it when he's talking to somebody in the show, and then he turns aside, talks to the camera like this, just talking, you know. And they don't hear because that's his mind. That's his mind saying, you know, that's what he's thinking in his mind. So it's really good. The show got nominated for a couple of Emmys back in the day. So bravo, House of Cards people, staff, editors, film people who work on House of Cards. Bravo. Fantastic. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we got a little bit more to talk about. Stay tuned. Thank you. So welcome back to the weekend show with your host Kennedy Lucas. Hopefully you guys are ready for a little bit more news announcements. So let's get on into it. So hopefully you guys love the show. You know, season 9, we're rolling for the summer. Okay, so I wanted to do a new anime review, of course, real quick, new anime review of this new anime. Now, please, Lucas Nation fans, bear with me on the name. It's called Fate / Kaleid Liner Prisma Ilia to We. So I'm gonna have it down here. I know it sounds like ramble, but it's a show. It's an anime show that you can find on K.L.P network. You can copy the link and you go see this season. But that show, oh my god, the show is funny. It's so funny, but it's nasty. I like it though. I'm not a freak. I swear, y'all, I'm not a freak, but I like it. You know, that's the kind of anime that I miss watching. And I'm not a freak. I'm not gross, but it does imply some provocative items in the show. And when you watch episode 1 and 2, you know what I mean. It is just it's funny. I think it's appropriate if you're 18 and up, but if you're young, you won't really understand it. But you know, you'd be surprised. There'd be 8-year-olds watching anime with fan service and each. You'd be so surprised. But okay, so the show is hilarious. It's funny. I wouldn't watch it in front of grown folks. I wouldn't, because they wouldn't understand it. They would not understand the minds of anime fan lovers. So it's funny. It's hilarious. I love every character. I love Ilya. I love Mimi. I like all the characters. All of them on the show is just fantastic because they all work well together. You have an all-star cast too. You have Shelley Black in the show. You have Kathleen French in the show. You have I think Jamie Marchi's in the show too. I'm gonna have to do my research. But you have so many characters, good voice actors from other anime that I've seen that's collide together in this show. This show came out this year, so you know it's one of your new animes. I like it. I like having a lot of new animes that's come out this year or last year because they're more frequent. They can bring up stuff like Twitter and Instagram, because they mention Twitter and Instagram in the show, and it's just yes, they can relate to that kind of stuff because that's modern society right now. So that show, I'll leave it in K.L.P network. Go to K.L.P network. It's in the anime box. There's a link. It shows you what episode we're on right now, but you can continue on watching if you guys want to. So quick, as you guys know, Vibe Volume 2 is in production right now. We're working on it diligently. We're really putting music pieces together, but here at K.L.P Entertainment and Host Stream Studios, we're able to let you guys hear a little snippet of what the next volume, next album from yours truly, Kennedy Lucas, is going to sound like. Volume 2 is coming out later this year, and here's a little piece. Take a listen. Yes. So hopefully you guys love the music. Of course, we have so many new artists, so many new beats, so many new songs that we only picked. Now there's 8 of them. Of course, you don't want a long soundtrack. You don't want a long album. That's what people mess up is they have like 22 songs in one album. It's like, okay, that's way too many songs. So there's 8 tracks, all completely new. Adding more beats to it. We're changing it up, changing the tempo, changing the style, adding some beats, adding some layers. We're adding some things to this album that you didn't really hear in last album of Vibe, but we're implementing it in Vibe Volume 2. Of course, I'm so happy to be a music maker now. I dabbled into music because I love listening to it. I love listening to music while I'm at the gym or I'm at work. Music is my thing, so it's fitting that I might as well just make music as well, and I'm making these music beats, and it's really cool, it's really awesome, it's a learning experience. Let me tell you, making music is the hardest thing you can ever do, because I wasn't in music. You know, my big brother Alex, he does music, and I never get it, like, how do you make music? So now that I'm making music, and I'm just changing the thing up, and it's just like, okay, this is hard, but I can do it. So it's a process to make music, but it's coming out in Vibe Volume 2. It's going to be even better than the first one, I must say. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the show down below. And if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment, or you can go to the K.L.P Entertainment's main website, link in the description, and leave a comment there as well. Hopefully you guys subscribe to my channel if you're new. And please go to all social media accounts below: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. All of it's going to be linked below. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the weekend show this weekend with your host, Kennedy Lucas. I'm Kennedy Lucas. Logging out.